What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark, and I am doing some talking Oscars today. Oscar predictions, blind film critic here. I've been doing my Best Picture updates a couple times. This is the first time I've broken down Best Actress, though. So this is new for you, who I think is in the Best Actress race. So, just as a recap for those, in case you're wondering why certain predictions may line up, is maybe because I already have something in Best Picture. So if you didn't watch my Best Picture video, which thank you if you did, I'm going to recap it for you. I'm going to be nice. Up at the top here. So I have The Odyssey, Wild Horse 9, Digger, Project Hail Mary, Obsession. I had Obsession in my early prediction as like a joke, and I just have kept it because I was like, I don't know, it's not going to be Michael, it's not going to be Dune Part 3, it's not going to be Narnia. I guess I've been hearing things about Obsession. I'm just going to say Obsession. And then Obsession blew up. And I was like, I'm gonna keep saying Obsession. Thank you. Um, so, Fjord, The Black Ball, Being Human, The Only uh, Living Pickpocket in New York, and The Debut. Those are my 10. So, um, for the purposes of this, so that way you're like, okay, so that's what he's got. That's his crazy town. That's his brand of crazy. So here's what I've got for Best Actress. I don't know who's gonna win. Like, I don't feel directly pulled toward a winner right now. But I guess the one that I like the most is one that a lot of people, which is Michelle Williams for Place in Hell, which is like a sort of like a legal thriller. It's because Michelle's never won. It's because Michelle is like 6 Oscar nominations deep and has yet to win. But that's sort of like the Glenn Close trap, right? Where the falsity is that because she has so many nominations, not only will she be nominated, but she'll win because people are trying to give Michelle Williams an Oscar nomination. It doesn't necessarily mean they are, but I guess I'll ride that train because I don't really feel strongly about any of the 5 that I've projected here to win. She's one that I also don't have in Best Picture, so there's that. Alongside her, I would like to predict Julianne Moore for The Debut, something I do have in picture. I think it's going to set her up well. Um, Jesse Eisenberg's movie. He is nothing if not good at writing things for actors, dialogue, right? He wrote a great character for Kieran Culkin. I think he's going to give Julianne Moore and Paul Giamatti plenty to do. Even if his film doesn't make picture, like his last one just missed out. I think there's enough here to get Julianne Moore. And she does have an Oscar, but she could have a second, so would not be weird. I'm also going with Renata Reinsva for Fjord. Um, I don't know that I'm going to have both her and Stan, but eh, for now I'm going to have Renata in. I need to know more of what's happening with All of a Sudden, who's running in lead, who's running in supporting. I think we're making guesses right now. Um, and I also have a Sandra Hüller problem, which I'll get to in a minute. So I'm going with Renata Rinsva. I also, although I cannot remember her name, I'm gonna go with the lead from Being Human. I try to remember it. I'm sure once I've seen the movie, it'll commit to memory for me. But the actress that's playing the lead in that movie, the human part of it, yeah, I'm going with that. I think Being Human's gonna hit, and I think it'll be a name sort of like Troy Kotzer that like you didn't really know before, and you will know once the movie hits. We just haven't had it. Like nobody really knew who Troy Kotzer was before Coda. So I think that's about to change for that actress. And then India, the Marta, whatever, from Obsession. That's my top 5. So it might be a weird top 5 for you, but I have my previous nominees. I have my fresh nominees. I have both. Like, I have people who've never been nominated before. I have people who have been nominated before. I have people who have won before, Julianne Moore. I have the mix. So I have people who are chasing their first win. I have people who are chasing their first nomination. It's a good mix. I have people I have predicted in Best Picture. I have people I don't have predicted in Best Picture. So it's a mix. So outside of the ones I'm paying the most attention to, first off is Sandra Hüller. The problem is that they just changed the rules, and I don't think that benefits her in this category because I think they're both from Mubi. I think both Fatherland and Rose are from Mubi, and they're both lead actress performances. So she has two competing performances coming from the same studio that wasn't very good at getting films in last year. I don't know how this makes it a stronger race for her. I would love to see Sandra Hüller. It would be weird for her to be in like four things this year and not get a single Oscar nomination for any of them. But I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. Especially if Rose pops, like, because right now it looks like Fatherland, right? Because people are like, well, we've seen Fatherland. Cans. Thank you. What if Rose pops? What, like, what if people are literally talking about both performances and they can't choose? The idea, I mean, a lot of people point to like Sebastian Stan for like The Apprentice and A Different Man. He was not in first place for either one of those. He like got in barely. He was not considered to be the leading prediction for either one of those. He got in at the Globes with two nominations, so theoretically he could have gotten two acting nominations had that rule applied. But I look at Sandra Hüller and I think, I don't think we're talking about Fatherland and Rose as being the top two performances of the year. So, if she's competing for spots 4 or 5 with her nomination, does she get 4 and 5? I don't know. So Sandra Hüller is outside. I also have Mikey Madison outside because I think it's just a falsity to believe that everybody immediately comes back after the nomination. It's something that made me a little bit uncomfortable about Renata, but I didn't want to drop both Renata and Sebastian. And I think the actor race is a little bit tougher for Sebastian than in the actress races for Renata right now. So I'm leaving Renata an actress, but I'm probably not going to have Sebastian my actor. And Mikey, she just won for Honora. Is she that big of an Oscar darling? I think The Social Reckoning is probably just going to be a Jeremy Strong slash screenplay because for all of the reasons, first of all, not everybody loves Aaron Sorkin in the directing branch. She's not getting a nomination there. And the other half of it being The Social Network was so good that people are always making videos about like The Social Network is the best film of the 2010s. Social Network should have won Best Picture. Social Network should have blah 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 blah. When The Social Reckoning comes out and we actually have it like affirmed, it's never going to live up to the hype. It's never going to be what The Social Network was, which means it's not going to have the kind of heat and the steam behind it to push it. And if Mikey is not just doing like amazing shit in this movie, she's not just going to walk into another nomination. So I have her outside my top 5 right now. I mean, I'll pay attention to it, but the other thing is that all of the sudden actresses, I don't know that Neon is officially, it's too early for them to have said, we're campaigning this one in lead and this one in supporting, or both of them in lead, or both of them in supporting. So it's one of those things where it's like, I picked 5 that are a little bit more obvious as to like who's running in what, and I'm going with those. So much like the Sandra Hüller thing, until you figure your shit out, I'm not going out on a limb for you. Cynthia Erivo for Prima Face, whatever. I'll learn how to pronounce it later. Would be nice. Her or Sophie Okonedo for her film Clarissa. We do not have a lot of black actors and actresses this year, guys. We just do not. It's going to be a very interesting race otherwise. So it would be nice if that did happen for her, but she already has 2 Oscar nominations. Prima is kind of a one-woman show, so it could be great for an actress nomination, but I don't know that it's great for anything else. I don't know that it, do you know what I'm saying? Like, does it carry anything else? Cynthia has to kind of get those next level reviews to break into the race. Same thing with Sophie Akinato for Clarissa. She's also in Mouse, which she'd be in supporting. There's a lead actress in Mouse that would be nice. She was in Ghostlight. I don't think that's going to happen though. I don't know why people are talking about Emily Blunt still for Disclosure Day. I don't think that's going to happen for her. You can keep trying, and I often stare at water and try to turn it into wine. It just doesn't happen for me. There's Meryl Streep for Devil Wears Prada. Probably not going to happen for that. Some more interesting roles down the line, like Jenna Ortega for the new Taika Waititi movie. I see that they're starting to promote that. I think we've written Taika Waititi off a little bit too early. Like, he's incapable of ever curving himself back around. I don't think that's true. Scarlett Johansson's in a movie that she's not getting great reviews for, but Adam Driver is. So I don't think it's going to happen for her. Paper Tigers, in case you're like, what film are you talking about, sir? Paper Tigers is what I'm talking about. Penelope Cruz has a film this year. Well, there's a couple films this year. Could she get nominated here for The Invite? It's a comedy. So I think it's more likely that she shows up as being like, if everybody falls in love with La Bala Negra, they need a nominee for that. And I think Penelope Cruz might show up in supporting actress for that. I don't know that she gets the nomination for The Invite, although I've heard great things about The Invite. So that's basically it. I don't think I forgot any giant major contenders. Léa Seydoux has a couple of films she, I guess, could be nominated for, but probably won't be, because Léa Seydoux always has some film that she's not going to get nominated for. If you track throughout time, Léa Seydoux's career is actually pretty solid. We've only ever seen her in Blue is the Warmest Color, though. So I don't think that's necessarily going to come to fruition. I guess Frances McDormand for being in her husband's movie, but I just I don't know that is she always going to get nominated for being in a Joel Cohen film? Probably not. There's Rachel Brosnahan, who's in Saturn Rising, which is Greg Quadar's new film, the guy who did Sing Sing. That could happen, but I need to see more from it. My problem with Saturn Rising is I think it just got pushed back to the second place behind La Bala Negra. I think that's Netflix's number one priority. That doesn't mean Rachel couldn't get in, but I don't feel strongly hearing the phrase Rachel Brosnahan in my mind breaking through into film. The one that I would love to see, I don't know what the film is. I don't know what I just saw Margot Martindale's in something called The Long Haul, and I was like, if we could get Margot into the Best Actress race, I'd be here for it. Like, I don't care what the movie is. I mean, I want it to be good, but there's some actresses where I'm just like, can they please be in the conversation? Like Ann Dowd, I feel like we have some opportunities every once in a while to nominate a great sort of legendary character actor, actress. And this year we might finally get it for like John Goodman. We might finally get John Turturro. We might finally get Steve Buscemi. But I feel that every time I see one of those names, I'm like, oh God, they do deserve it, don't they? Don't they, guys? So if The Long Haul turned out to be something and suddenly Margot Martindale was getting within like reach, I'd be like, get it. Get it. Get it. But it doesn't really seem to be coming to any sort of logical choice. So those are my five. Yeah, so Michelle Williams, Julianne Moore, Renata Reinsva, I can't remember her name from from Being Human. To be fair, I haven't seen the movie yet. I know she exists, and they did authentic casting for Being Human. I think that's going to matter, and I think India is going to surprise people and get nominated for Obsession. I think it's gonna be like The Substance, where it gets picture and actress. The question is, would they let Corey into director? That's a question. I don't think so. I don't think he goes from YouTube to Academy Award nominated director for Obsession the same way that A Substance got into director. But yeah, actress, sure. Yeah, people seem to love her performance in this. So I think it may hold true the whole way. So barring a sudden Emma Stone movie. Oh, hey, look, guys, Emma Stone and Yorgos made another movie. Oh god. Anyway, yeah, so those are my five. Let me know what your five are in the comments. Am I missing something? I mean, a lot of this stuff is like, I'm not saying no. I would like to know which Sandra Hüller movie we're pushing for, because I think it's unrealistic to think she's getting 2 nominations. I would like to know, for sure what Neon's doing with All of a Sudden. Um, some things like that. I'm not saying no to them. I need more information so that kind of happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.